When we crafted the strategies, I was very sure that it will be very different from the kind of disasters we were dealing with in the past, and we have been doing so many emergency management before. I was pretty sure that it will take a different time frame because the emergency phase is prolonged, and therefore it requires a certain level of creativity in responding to the needs of the IDPs. I was also very sure that culture and faith will have a very strong flavor in this kind of emergency. We have been doing several conflict emergencies in the past, but this is very rare because ISIS has been an international figure in most of the emergencies, and therefore it will attract international attention. We were also very certain that we could harness the giftedness of the Maranaos. We were very certain from the beginning that it will be a humanitarian response that will be putting so much emphasis on what the Maranaos can do. The Christians will take backstage in this process. And the other thing we're very certain of was that the church will support us. I wouldn't be launching a very ambitious program if I was not confident that the Catholic Church would rally their forces behind Duyog Marawi. And true enough, we get the kind of support that we really need at this moment. When we crafted this, the first thing I had in mind was localization. We were in Yolanda, we were in the Bohol earthquake, we were in several other emergencies where we brought in so many consultants and experts from other countries, from other dioceses. But here, we wanted everything to be localized. We fielded so many invitations to Maranaos, whether they were experienced or not, whether they were graduates or not, but we feel that our main strategy should be localization. We harness whatever is locally available, and that means even in our responses, the flavor of our feeding program, the materials used for psychosocial were based on local culture and local traditions. The other strategy has always been harnessing the power of the youth. We were very certain that the Maranao youth would rise to the occasion. So we feel that we need to harness even students in MSU, OFSEM, graduates. Those were the people we had in mind when we launched Duyog Marawi. We also feel that the whole thing is anchored on making sure that culture and tradition are incorporated into the rehabilitation process. We did not want to impose international standards, although we factor that in, but it's basically harnessing whatever is available in the locality. And the last strategy was, this is going to be an interfaith dialogue. It is going to be merging, a coming together of Christians and Muslims. So we feel that the dialogue is not just a conversation, it is clear, strategic action that we are doing. And we got the kind of support that we needed from many of our Muslim partners, the ulamas, especially the sultans. We were very glad that during the first week when we gathered and we talked to the sultans, they were very accommodating to us, and they were very agreeable to our plans. So a main strategy really is interfaith dialogue when it comes to the Duyog Marawi. What are my hopes? That the war will end soon and the war will not happen again. I feel that the bigger challenge in Marawi now is not so much that the war will end. It will end. Sooner or later, it will end. The bigger challenge is it should not happen again. We need to invest our time and energy to make sure that things like this will not happen again to Marawi City. But my other hope is that the Maranaos themselves will have the final say on what's going to happen to their city. The government has many experts, but I think if there is a group of people who should have authority on how the rehabilitation process should be done, it should be the Maranaos themselves. And Duyog Marawi will just be there as a reconciling presence, as an accompaniment and a witness to the whole journey so that we can tell their stories to the rest of the world. Thank you.